Hey, what's up? This is Joshua. Another windy day. I apologize if you watched yesterday's video and it's just indiscernible nonsense. That's not true. It's 80% good, right? Today's video, well, hopefully I'm going to do this really quickly before it gets mad windy. Today's video is about how to learn to love the sound of your own voice. And I don't mean that in the way that it sounds like to talk for the sake of talking, though I think there's value in that too, but instead how to get used to hearing yourself talk so that you have more confidence to speak up, to do things that maybe you don't think you should do, like podcast or make videos or teach or do public speaking or just sort of be more effective. So the way that I learned to, so first off I should say, hold on one second. Make sure. Okay, cool. I hated the sound of my voice, like forever growing up. I can remember on the couple instances where I heard it, I just thought it was awful. I never wanted to hear it ever again because I have a funny, weird, scratchy sounding voice, and I just hated it. I thought it was terrible. I was listening to something yesterday and thinking how bizarre it was that I do these videos and podcasts or whatnot because I totally have a bizarro voice, which is fine. So, but the way that I figured out how to not just tolerate it, but love it was one, to start recording tons of stuff. And from there, you sort of have to get used to hearing it. So I started doing a podcast, and I would need to listen to that back, to look for quotes or whatever, to look for titles, and then recording videos. I listened to those, and like one of the things that happens is like when you get used to it, but two, the other thing is that eventually but one of the things I figured out was like, this is the voice I have regardless. It's not going to change. So why bother worrying about it? Why not just embrace it as it is and learn to work with it, and instead work on the things that matter more, like my delivery or dealing with the amount of likes in and you know what I mean that come out. And so that was a really good starting point for dealing with it. The other thing that I did that was really helpful then from that point was that I listened to the sound of my voice so much that I'm inoculated. I will listen to this video probably 2 or 3 more times. That's after it's been posted. I won't listen to it before it's been posted because I want to make sure it gets up without any kind of excuse making. What else do I do? Yeah, just listen to everything I make. And the other thing is like the video I did yesterday, I talked about how I drive around and just talk for practice. So I'm used to doing that already. So it doesn't really, I'm at this point, I feel like I hear my voice the way it actually sounds. I no longer hear a recording and think, oh dear God, is that what I sound like? And I just sort of embrace, like, people around me like me, and they don't ask me to be quiet because my voice is irritating or annoying. So I might as well just run with it. Maybe if anything, I'm lucky that I have whatever the weird voice that I have. So you start to, like, if you just embrace it first off and just sort of deal with it and stop being a weirdo about it, because ultimately when you say, oh, I hate the sound of my own voice, you're just being an insecure weirdo. So first thing to do is fix that by embracing it. And then the next thing is start recording it. Listen to it all the time. Listen to it until it's just another voice that you hear in your life. And then on top of that, don't be weird and think that everything needs to be perfect. So I apply to these kind of projects the same thing I apply to my creative work. I do the best job that I can given the context and the parameters, and then I put it out in the world, I review it, and I try to focus on doing a better job the next time. So I'm going to still say and like and do vocal fry and uptalk and all those other little annoying things, but at the same time I'm going to focus on, like, did I make a point, and is the point coming across, and is it focused? And one of the things I find is that by listening to the stuff that I make, like, I don't just put it out in the world because I hate the sound of my own voice. I need to listen to it so that every time I do say like an or what's the other one I do? That's another one I do. That stuff will annoy me, and subconsciously I will be thinking about how to fix it, and then in the next one. And I think that over time these things get better and better because of the fact that I listen to them obsessively and I reflect upon the points being made and whether an area is awkward or whether I did something weird. And it's like the same thing as taking a drawing class. You make the drawing and you put it out in the world, and later on you figure out that you drew the knees kind of fucked up and you fix them. So that's the thing. It's like the amount of confidence you will build up going into meetings. Like, I don't think you can, I could be wrong, but I don't think you can be truly confident about speaking, presenting, I don't know, media creation if you hate the sound of your own voice. I don't understand how it would work. I think it's very bizarre. And I find that for me, since I've gotten over it and gotten to this point where I enjoy the sound of my own voice, my confidence in presenting and my confidence in doing projects like this is 100 times higher than it used to be. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.